Learning your diagonals can be absolutely miserable. It has the potential to be very frustrating, both for the rider and the trainer. This video will give you some pain-free ways to learn and teach diagonals. Depending on what equestrian sport you're doing and what country you're riding in, the correct diagonal may be the outside leg or the inside leg. English riders in the US rise with the outside leg. Most riders can naturally feel their diagonals, but most trainers tell riders to look for their diagonal. We start by asking our kids what diagonal they're on. Which leg are you rising with? Then we ask them to sit for a while and try to come up with the same leg again. Inevitably, they do. Next, we ask them to look down. Which leg is under you when you're sitting? For most kids, that's a much easier question to answer than which leg is forward when you're standing. Then we have our rider sit for a while and try to come up with the other leg. At that point, most trainers would teach kids to sit 2 times on purpose to change their diagonal. But what we do is simply say, okay, now show me coming up with the other leg. At first the kids will sit several times, but if you keep asking, they naturally figure out that all they have to do is sit 2 times and they end up on the other leg. At that point, you can congratulate them on figuring it out on their own. The next thing we have our riders do is ride with one hand on their thigh. This changes their balance significantly and helps them to really feel which diagonal is easier to come up with when you're riding on a circle. We make a point of not telling our riders which diagonal to come up with. When you tell them something is correct versus incorrect, kids are bound to argue with you and want to say that the incorrect one feels more comfortable. But if you let them figure it out on their own, and just ask them, which one do you like posting with better? Chances are, they'll like posting better with the outside leg. When a rider rides with one hand on their thigh, they can really feel how posting with the inside leg makes their hips twist and centrifugal force pulls them out of the circle.